Welcome back to another Plasticon review. Today we're going to cover Generation 2 Battle Trap. If you guys are eagle-eyed viewers out there, you guys can tell that this is a crazy knockoff from way back in the day. Big Lots had several of these, and this thing is known as a quick change robot system, also known as a robot fighter aircraft. Comes on this crazy tray of insanity. The set we're going to look at here on this one here, dubbed as Battle Trap, is the fighter jet and little stealth fighter and the A-10 Warthog. And it becomes this crazy thing according to the box. We're going to take a closer look at it. Let's start out looking at the stealth fighter, because the stealth fighter is actually pretty gnarly. I actually had a version of this in the past, and it was nowhere near the plastic quality that this one is. This one's actually superior to the other one that I actually had. I think you can kind of just balance the gun here, which is kind of funny because these are just screw holes. Would have been kind of neat to actually see it fully peg in, but it does happen to come with a gun. But the stealth fighter itself actually looks really good. The plastic quality, like I said, on this one is nowhere near as inferior as the one I had before. This is actually kind of a nicer plastic. It's got some really nice stealthy details here with the wings and the sticker detail. It fits Generation 2 very well just because of the color scheme. I do like this crazy kind of interesting fade they got going on the top here, where it's kind of just like splattered on, which looks interesting. I don't know what it is, that it just looks cool. And I love the angular look of the stealth fighter itself. It's very well done, actually. And I'm not even mad at this. I'm not mad at all. I think they did a very good job with this. It doesn't happen to have anything else that it does in this mode other than you can flip up the front gear, but you can either flip it forward or backward. It's kind of loose on this, but that's about all you can do. You can't really do anything with the back landing gear. Now, I don't know if you guys out there have any idea if this is actually a knockoff of a real robot toy. If you guys do, please let me know, because I would like to know what the original did. But that's pretty much a look at the stealth fighter portion itself. You notice this is a Duocon, so it's going to have individual parts that combine together. But here's the A-10. The A-10 actually looks really neat. I do like the coloration. It's got some really nice, kind of that same style paint splatter, but not really. It's a little different on this one. It's got some really nice decals though on the wings. I do like the decals on the wings, and the molding is very well done. It does happen to have little implemented missiles here, which I don't know if these are actually removable or not. Haven't tried pulling them off. I don't really want to, because I'm afraid I might actually break it, considering it is a knockoff. But I probably could make it so these are removable. Yeah, this in here seems to be kind of pegged in there pretty good. But it does happen to have a folding landing gear situation here, just in the front. This is all primarily for transformation. But it does actually pull off a very nice looking A-10. It just works. I'm a big fan of this, and this actually works very well for Battle Trap, because Battle Trap to me should have always been aircraft. It shouldn't have been some crazy car along with you know, I don't know, like a tank with a jet. It didn't fit. This fits better to me for Battletrap because, I mean, it's two aircraft that are literally designed for stealth and trapping things and causing things to not go anywhere. So, you know, Battle Trap, get it? Battle Trap, because, you know, this isn't stealth. It can cause things to go, I don't know. Just, it works for me. But this set is actually pretty interesting. I do like it a lot. I like the color scheme. The color scheme is very cohesive and it works very, very well. But anyway, let's go ahead and start transforming this thing. The first portion of transforming this guy requires a little bit of interesting stuff. First thing you'll do early is fold these wings back. And they kind of fold back. They don't really click into position, but they just kind of set back. And then, if you look at the molding here, I think this actually supposed to have extended, like the original toy. I think these would have extended, but they don't. That's as far as they go. I can't get these to move back or anything like that without literally trying to disassemble the toy, which I haven't tried doing yet. Probably will in the future. But the landing gear strut, I always fold it down, and then you'll take the nose cone and just push down on it, and it flips up. And then you got a set of pants, basically. It's just pants for the robot, which is kind of funny. And set this to the side, and then we're going to look at the A10. The A10's got an interesting transformation, actually. So you'll pull the two portions here apart in the back to kind of get that started. And actually, before I do all that, pull the two engine pods up and then fold these up. And pull these down. When you pull these down, these are actually on ball joints. But the next thing you'll do is you'll take the landing gear and just fold it down and then push this up out of the way. And then flip this little head portion here up. And then move the arms down, just like so. And that's about as far as I go with it at the moment. And you're going to take this hole here in the back of the Stealth Fighter, and it'll actually plug into this portion here. Which doesn't seem like it would work, but it does. It works pretty well, actually. But you can get it lined up. There you go. And then once you line it up real good, you can kind of push it in. It'll snap into position. You can fold the head down, and it closes up that gap really well. And then there you go. You pretty much have him in his robot mode. Now this does look very Gundam-ish almost, in kind of a strange way, but I actually think it works very well for Battletrap. Cool thing is these are actually on ball joints, so you can move them around. The other neat thing is the fact that these actually can come out from the engine pods, which gives you a little more range of movement in his arms, which is pretty nice, considering you want him to hold his rifle. So his rifle actually goes very well in his hand. It doesn't fall out or anything. And this is all the surprising things that this toy does compared to an inferior version I had before, because the version I had did not hold together half as well as this one. Ball joints are going to vary on these. This particular one, I've seen the knockoff, the version I've seen online many times, and it is got like a gray jet and kind of a darker gray top here. It's not as good as this one. This one holds together so much better, and it doesn't fall apart. I mean, for knockoff, it's pretty stable. I mean, yeah, it's going to have this wobble, but that's just from the transformation joint. But to be honest, when you have him in robot mode, he actually looks very cool. I do like this a lot. And I do like the fact that I can move these wings here in and out, and it kind of allows you to give him a little different appearance. I'm big into robots having a little bit of playability to them, like to be able to position things just slightly different so they don't always have to look like the stagnant photo thing that's on the box. But I'm a big fan of this thing. I think Battletrap looks very cool. And the fact that, you know, the Decepticon emblems and stuff like that really kind of stick out on him. It would have been neat to see these legs extend down just a little bit, because they would have made him a little more stable. He's a little wobbly, which is fine, and honestly you can kind of fix that with the wings here in the back, because these are positionable pretty much any way you want them. But the funny thing is what's really holding it up is the tail fins. These tail fins are actually pegged in. So, I mean, you can remove them if you wanted to, but to be honest, you're still going to have a little bit of the tail here kind of sticking off. So, it would have been neat to see these kind of just pop out just a little bit. Like, if I could just get just a quarter of an inch of this thing just pop out, like it did when we go tink, tink, and give him just a little more height, would have been cool. But, you know, he's not bad. He's actually a very neat looking robot. Size comparison, here he is next to Scarlet, which he's not a huge tall robot, which is exactly what I like. I like things that are small. This guy fits in very well with Cyberjets as well. Here he is with Space Case. And kind of gives you a bit of a scale here. He is a little bigger, but you got to think this is two jets combining together, which kind of actually works very well. It doesn't really deter from the scale. I think it works pretty well. It does happen to have a little bit of paintwork here on his head. It's not a whole lot, but enough to kind of give you a little bit of it's got that kind of white visor in there. A lot of this is washing out because of red. You can see he's got a little bit of black there on his sides, and he really kind of almost has a Gundam look to him, which is cool. But I'm not against that. I actually don't mind when some Transformers have a bit of a element like that to them, but I think he works very well, especially next to Space Case. But anyway, this has been Plasticon. This has been yet another Generation 2 review of crazy knockoff awesomeness. I'll see you guys around because I have plenty more coming your way. That's it for now. Bye!